A few years ago, I gathered up my kids to go to my son's doctor's appointment. I put on their coats, got them in their shoes, and buckled them into their car seats. Then I hopped in my minivan and turned the key, and nothing happened. There is nothing worse than having a dead car battery when you need to be somewhere. And I had no one else around and no other cars to use to jump my minivan. So what do you do when you're stuck all alone and you have a dead car battery? That time, thankfully, I found one of my neighbors was working from home and he helped me get on my way. But I knew from that point I never wanted to be stranded again if I was alone with a dead car battery. I wanted a plan. So what are your options? Well, you may have heard about pushing a car with a dead battery to jumpstart it, but that only works in cars with manual transmissions, which almost none of us have anymore, so that's not an option. Your next option is to call a roadside assistance program. If you're thinking about this, you might already have one through your car insurance, your phone plan, or with a credit card. So check those out before you have to pay for this. But if you don't have a subscription, you're gonna have to pay for the roadside service, and it's gonna cost $50 or up for that. So it gets a little pricey. But the worst part as a busy mom is that you often have to wait hours for those kinds of services. And if you really need to be on your way to something important, that sometimes is just not an option. Your best option to be prepared for a dead car battery is to have a portable car jumper. It used to be that they were big and bulky, but these days you can get a portable car jumper that looks a lot like a phone battery bank. They're small and easy to carry around, and the only difference between a phone battery bank is they're bigger, a little more powerful, and they come with car jumper cables that hook up to them. Modern car battery jumpers are very easy to use. When you get your car battery jumper, you're going to need to charge it before you use it. You just plug it into the wall at home. It takes a couple hours to charge fully, but it will stay charged for over 6 months. I like to keep mine stored under the seat in my car, but you do need to watch out for extreme temperatures, so you might want to store it in your garage or inside your house. If your car battery is dead, you're just going to need to plug the jumper cables into the battery and then connect the black cable to the negative on your battery and the red cable to the positive on your battery. You'll know it's correct when you see that green light. If you don't see that green light, you're going to need to hit the boost button and wait for the green light to show up. Once you have that green light, you just go ahead and start your car, and then it'll be time to disconnect the battery. Close up the hood, and then just make sure your car runs for at least 20 minutes so you get that car battery all the way charged up. Another thing that's really nice about these is they have multiple features that could be really useful in a variety of emergencies. You can also use it to charge your phone or other devices, which can be great if your car is dead and you can't charge it that way. They also have a flashlight on the end of it, so you can use it as an emergency flashlight in all kinds of different situations. Another thing I like about this car battery jumper and a lot of the modern ones is it comes with some really good safety features. If you reverse the polarity when you hook it up to your car battery, it will give you a red light and a warning buzz, so you know you need to switch it before you try starting the car. It also will shut down automatically if it's overloaded or overheated. So you really can jump a car with a lot less worry than traditional ways. When you're shopping around for a car battery jumper, you're going to want to look at what size engines that it can jump. The one that I have can jump really large engines, which is totally overkill for the two small cars that I have, but I really like the flexibility that I could jump a larger engine like maybe a U-Haul or a pickup truck that we might borrow, and I can use it for any friends or neighbors that might need help. Actually, recently, one of my neighbor's car the battery had died because it had been sitting for a while, and we came over and used this car battery jumper to jump their car, which was way easier inside their garage instead of trying to bring our car over and run jumper cables out into the driveway. So sometimes this can actually be more convenient than jumping in the traditional way. The exact portable car jumper that I have isn't available anymore, but I'm going to link to one that's really similar down below if you want to check out one like the one I have. The cost for a car battery jumper is generally somewhere around $50 to $80, which is about the same price as one call to a roadside assistance service. But this battery jumper will pay for itself in one use, and you get the benefit of it's available, you don't have to wait for somebody else to come help you, and you get to look like a superhero to your friends and neighbors if they need it. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It really helps me out. I'll see you in the next one.